喂，testing testing testing。OK 有聲，好，開始玩啦，咁就係可以。Alan Wake 我買咗返嚟，未玩過嘅。聽講呢就係一隻比較恐怖啲嘅劇情向嘅 game 啦，新遊戲一般啦，我都唔知佢玩乜㗎。
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
Alan Wake， 原來 Wake 係佢個名嚟㗎，我一直以為呢個 Wake 係動詞。
But this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there.
Wow!
I'd seen the hitchhiker too late.
邊人咁樣企喺路中間㗎？
He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
Alice? Who is Alice? Who is Alice? Tell me. 變咗。
Suddenly, his body was gone.
第一集。
I was in shock from the crash.
原來
I
集
could
中
hardly stand my feet.
得啦。好典型嘅操作，冇問題。好，我依家向前行啦，因為好光，光得滯啊，大佬！
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
前往燈塔。 Lighthouse 呢邊呢？呢邊嚟㗎。
The bridge had collapsed. I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
咖啡保溫瓶，人有冇咖啡？100個 OK， 收集用嘅，係咪真係有啲成就？有執100個咩？ Alan Wake 點解呢度會有我嘅㗎？
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God?
哇！佢打我㗎？唔好意思，我錯。你唔要走嘅，但係佢好似識信義咁
You don't
喎。
even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you can just make up stuff? Play with people's lives? When you think it adds to the drama?
照落。
You're in this story now, and I'll make you suffer. in your books if it wasn't for your editor. You'll never publish another one of your shitty stories, cause I'm gonna kill you.
你講下點解你有一條黑影先好冇？
Not like they have any artistic merit. You're a lousy writer. Cheap thrills and pretentious shit. That's all you're good for. Just look at me. Look at your work.
點啊？你仲要過嚟？你仲要過嚟嗎？你走啦！你走咗啦！喂 ，QR code 係咩嚟㗎？呢個 QR code 係咩嚟㗎？我想攞個手機嚟 scan 啲。攞個手機 scan 下呢個 QR code 係乜先？OK， 呢個曲嘅內容係 www.facebook.com/AlanWake 賣廣告。你喺度賣廣告。
You missed your deadline.
閃避條風啫。
You can't stop me.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
自己開嘅，你開咗度連咗我。你哋又出現點啊？啊！因為我都唔知你走緊乜，你啲燈會散嘅。其實佢做乜唔出現喺我面前呢？到啦！我嚴重懷疑呢條橋佢哋一口位就斷，係咪一口位就斷？斷啦！真㗎？唔好意思。
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Die.
先生，你笑得好老實。係點啊？係咪有得走啊？哇！
Cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Follow the light.
啊！得。 照燈可以討論㗎。
I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
不如你答咗你係邊個先啦？你仲識重建啊？
I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing.
你講緊咩啊？我聽唔明啊！
The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light.
從天而降，從天而降嘅電筒。
Flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
好似用 laser 殺人啊！好恐怖。
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
從天而降嘅左輪手槍。
Drop the revolver.
Now you'll die.
哇！仲未死嘅，終於死啦！
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
You made me this way, and now I'm gonna kill you.
點解可以打咁多槍？哦，得啦。
This isn't weak.
拜拜。離開。都幾麻煩咁樣講。好，有咩？信號槍，信號槍彈藥。信號槍有咩用？試下用信號槍先。 哇！信號槍係榴彈級嘅武器咯。啊！跌死咗。
I can keep this up forever.
又嚟啊！我諗呢個目標都係我跑到過去就冧㗎啦。啊！打啊！打啊！打啊！打啊！光入去就得㗎啦。出面好大隻怪物。女聲嚟㗎。
Shh, baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine.
Yeah?
You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
發生咩事啊？發生咩事啊？喂！
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there.
Oh,
I want a
wow.
shot of you with the town in the background.
我哋就揾
Sure.
教。
I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
Damn yuppies.
為艾麗絲擺姿勢。
Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
神一啲。
Deerfest, huh?
Just a couple
Did you
more.
hear that, honey?
You have a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
咩計？
Very
Hello,
nice.
Bob.
I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right.
你唔可以湊細佬咁手嘅。
Yeah?
Hey, bestseller, how's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah, we just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
過嚟啦 ，Barry 唔傻嘅。
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God! I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you. Right. So much for a quiet vacation.
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, 'cause it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Are you staying long, Mr. Wake? I can't believe it. I'm having a conversation with Alan Wake. Are you on your own, or is your wife with you?
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ha!
You put the lime in the coconut. Drink them both up.
Just because we're brothers, don't think I won't murder you in your sleep.
Yes, that's my favorite tune. Coconut.
Shut your mouth, you demented has-been. If I had my hammer, I'd shut it for you. Jeez.
Now that's what I'm talking about, yes!
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overacre fans always did. Hello? Mr. Stuckey?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
呢啲位啊，
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
就太恐怖啦呢個。即係深夜一個。
Lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed, and then I must remind Sarah.
你唔好咁講啦，其實我見到佢已經受傷咗啦。
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
Splendid, splendid! Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavier than a spoon. Yeah, splendid, splendid.
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
咦？
That
頭先個女人，佢俾佢鎖匙我。
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on PBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while, see those stars winking down at you. It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
I didn't like it. Yeah, but you don't like it.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be...
Excited.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work.
你2年唔做嘢，你應該仲忘記做嘢，咁你想點啊？
I thought we could be happy here,
啲墜入得。
Alice? Honey?
佢都唔係開門嘅，佢撞門嘅，撞，用手開門嘅，識唔識用手開門嘅你？
The old door had played a trick on me. Alice wouldn't have come out in the dark.
The Deer Fest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. A famous artist, no less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later on. Now, let's go to the phones. Caller, you're on KBF-FM.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose. What's on your mind?
I know who that famous artist was. It was Alan Wake, wasn't it?
大鑊
Well, Rose, I
just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so
太過分
excited
啦！
he's here.
I'm sure he's glad to be here, too. Well, folks, I guess the secret's out. This is Pat Maine on KBF-FM. And now, some music.
Great. So much for keeping a low profile.
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
surprise 咩 surprise 啊？緊張啲，你條褲喺度咩？
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice! Everyone
Hey, just hear me out! There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No! It's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice! God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through. Damn it. Alice? Alice? Alice! The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out. Alice, I'm coming! It's all right, I'm coming! What the hell?
點解呢間屋嘅發電機咁穩定，成日熄燈？我要投訴！
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
跌咗落海。
Keep going.
有咩事啊？
Alice? Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot. Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either. The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Damn. 啊！架車啊！我車咁就冇事。我車啊！我車啊！我都死埋。架車啊！
Hello?
有光，行嗰啲光就得㗎啦，係咁講嘅，唔知係邊個，啱㗎啦，行嗰啲光咗。
Someone there? The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
即係點啊？我自己演咗段戲。
Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
哦，即係我頭先玩咗嗰一段係小説嘅內容，佢會自己寫出嚟，好得人驚。佢自己寫咗做嘅嘢出嚟，然後再用某嘅小説名，咁唔得。邊個做嘅？收翻版權費。
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
總之有方就行快啦，係咪？
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen,
Deposit.
I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
又一個。
Stucky. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
又一個斧頭男。斧頭男咩？斧頭男去咗邊啊？哇！電筒。
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it. as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Không chiếc điện thoại đó. Rồi cái điện thoại ở đây. Cái này cũng có睇翻呢個唔使自己電筒嘅咩？光，有光。光。
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
一模一樣嘅左輪手槍，電筒。電池。
During your trying, it's the latest thing, incontestably proven. Let you choose.
Yes.
One
Bright Falls Sheriff Station. How may I?
you can see the sight.
Hello?
And
吸火線咁過分。哇！好寒啊！走開走開！我要走開啊！現在有啲自動開門系統，又嚟啦！
More of them.
啊！
My head pounded with a concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick. Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Ah, 信號槍返嚟啦！箭嘴，你有空子我度。唔俾晒，唔俾晒。係咪轉身啊？踢！咁威猛嘅，一嘢踢埋佢。
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
It's rabbit season.
晒入面嘅汁先。又有元火粒。啊！炸咗咁多板啊！
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
係咪先？唔係成日都俾個女人我睇啊！我唔想見到佢啊！
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
哦，有幾難啊！咁過咗咯。又聽到有人聲。
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
睇個出嚟啊！咩得？你以前係咪特別勁啲啊？ promotion from this as your own wish 我唔睇，我都睇唔到。記住。有嘢。
Taken. They're taken.
It's taken a full with darkness. 咁就哋打嘅奇怪生物叫 taken。有補給啦，電池。
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way. I couldn't stay here. There had to be a way to get up there.
跳上。又有電，哇！好多電池啊！依家啲人都冇買添喎。上嚟呢度其實係咪冇用㗎
？With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
佢有啲嘢實驗緊。發電機之類嘅嘢。哇！咁添啊！3個，搞掂。咁就冇咗2粒電。啟動。有燈啦！有燈就可以補血啦，係喎。
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
搞掂。哦，原來呢個係咁樣嘅。搞掂。
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and it would keep you company all night long if I weren't. It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but
beautiful.
The reason I called is that Toby heard some in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but he's just too dumb for his own good.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
Nó mình vào nghĩ là cái gì không nó thanh thiện nó sạch nó không còn tao nó cũng hết今次講咩咧？艾倫找到原稿，我找咗好多張喎。
I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice. The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Oh,
makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
首先，等佢放狗要住，就係好似冇其他路行。即係點啊？落去，我睇狗啊！後面。哇！嗰度有幾多人啊？哦，得你兩個咋？啊！喺邊度嚟㗎？死咗！
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air. What a night.
Yeah.
I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you still are, step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best
Món
dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
應該仲有嘅喎。啊！唯有喎。幾人唯有爭啲死。仲有係係 掂。超麻煩啊！啲敵人又要揾電筒照，照完又要開槍打，打唔多槍先死，仲有。喂，我閃咗喎！啊！邊有咁多敵人㗎？
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. Do you listen to that?
如果唔理佢照跑會點啊？
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is... Doof.
我行呢啲小霧咁樣嘅。 敵人呢？但係啲廣州人呢 ？Safe haven。係。打。Safe haven。咁咪要走緊。冇打。閃。唔理佢係咪簡單啲咯。用晒啲散彈。電子左輪，我頭先冇用左輪，你就俾左輪子彈我。試下彈。 3個信號槍。入邊，攞出嚟，攞出嚟啊屌！信號槍威能。
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
就遇到一個警官啦。電池最多20粒嘅咋。
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide.
量子自殺係咩嚟㗎？
If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
我覺得呢個博士可以攞第2文獎㗎啦。Hot Hat Area。你會唔會跌落嚟㗎？好驚！哦。俾人圍死咗添。咁多人都少少啦。飛飛唔到咩？
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
太麻煩啦啲嚟㗎。見得睇啦，係咪到㗎？
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
好的，我到了。
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself. Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling, caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him. I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman. The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now. The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. All right. I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost. I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Yes, you're crazy.第68屆神樂節9月15至18日，遊戲與活動、隊長券咩叫隊長？釣魚比賽、派餅比賽、鬥派俾人定係點？以及各項令人驚喜的競賽，再加上還有現場演唱、移動布華處理，以及神秘蒙哥馬利的驚人幻覺秀，求翻譯。仲有，千萬別錯過著名的神鹿節花車遊行。花車啲人有花唔花車？又覺得係咁錯。有電話。
Great Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake. Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
真係冇到啊！一睇個女人，一睇嗰個成無啦啦閃下閃下嗰個係咪？
A candy-colored clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every night, and just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper,
End
go to
of
sleep,
episode 1.
everything is alright. I close my eyes.
Previously on Alan Wake, I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for
我啱
coming.
啱先玩完咋，你唔使而家同我講喎。
Maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Years ago.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
好啦，今日就玩到呢度啦。